Good to see everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How is everyone? What's the proper one? I need more coffee. How is everyone?
Fine.
Good.
All right. Well, I am just letting people into the waiting room. So, as they say on Saturday Night Live, talk amongst yourselves.
Karen White, where are you?
She is.
Her name.
There she is. There she is.
I'm right here.
Hi.
Hey,
Good to
Karen.
see you.
There's my Katrina.
Now you're off again.
Happy.
So-
Good morning.
So,
Patricia's got her cat. I like that. I always love seeing a cat.
who was I just talking to?
Jackie McCurdy.
Jackie.
Hi.
Get ready for the farthest flung alum. All the way from
Every time I go on Zoom or house party, the cat wants to join the party.
That is
So
always
she
welcome.
always comes running because she thinks there's a big party going on.
There
And
it
she's
is.
just purring away because this is the party.
Oh, yay.
She was here Friday night too for the award ceremony.
Awesome. All
I'm
right.
looking for Barbara Yinger. Is she on the call?
Barbara Yinger, not
I
yet.
haven't seen her register. No,
Yet.
but she's at Buckingham's Choice.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I always look forward to seeing her at Strawberry Breakfast. and we worked together for many years.
Right. Mhm.
Well, hopefully she'll be here soon. I'm waiting for Heidi.
I don't think she's registered, Kelly.
Isn't she? Well, we were up to 53 this morning, so
Oh.
quite a crowd for breakfast.
Last night, our history of Claire McCardle was phenomenal, wasn't it? Anybody who joined the Claire McCardle coloring? We didn't do much coloring, but we sure did a lot of learning. Yeah.
Yes.
Lauren still has on her scarf.
I slept in it. No. And Martha's on from France, Martha Herbert Benoors.
And Heidi is on from Denmark, Sweden. Katrina,
I'm from
correct
Sweden.
me.
From Sweden. Oops, I need to
There
change
she
my
is.
position. Hi.
Hi. Heidi, you look like you're in witness protection.
No.
Jordan, you're from Greece, right?
Oh, there's Jordan.
There's Heidela. Oh, the most beautiful girl from 1986.
Martha, unmute yourself.
Okay, Shriner girls, let Liz in. Here comes Liz. And also from last night, our lone gentleman, Mr. David McDuffie. He's back. He couldn't get enough of us.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wearing my scarf, and I thank you all for it.
Oh, fantastic. Those beautiful pieces for sure. All right, I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. And so while we're waiting, Strawberry Breakfast Virtual, I understand it's kind of a far-flung concept, but I was really just trying to think of ways to give us another opportunity just to gather and chat. And normally we would be over in Koblenz having some breakfast right now. I thought, why not?
Right. Well, we have our strawberries. I have strawberries here with me. I don't know if you can, I don't know where the camera is. Can you see my strawberries?
I can, and they're beautiful.
Okay, I live in Nîmes in the south of France, and the strawberries actually sort of, this is the very end of the season now, but we can still get them. Of course, they're very ripe. So Georgian and Lauren and I decided that we would all have strawberries and champagne for this breakfast,
I
Which is
cannot
the
argue
only
with that choice.
which is the only one that Georgian and I could really attend because of the time difference.
Well, Heidi had the same thing. We found out that the happy hour the other night was 1 a.m. ish.
Right,
Heidi.
right.
So
Yes.
we're happy.
Mm.
Heidi, what time is it over there now?
It's just 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right, me too. And Georgian, it's 5, right,
5,
Georgian?
right? Yeah.
5 o'clock.
So you all are calling in from the future then, or the past?
The future.
The future, okay. Do people still dance? Are
Absolutely.
food trucks still a thing? That's a line from Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'll have more coffee.
Martha, my daughter lives in Mougins.
And
where?
Mougins. Oh, very nice place, Mougins.
Yes, it is a very nice place.
And a wonderful restaurant there.
They have a lot of nice restaurants there, but they're only outdoor right now. You know what's going on, so. I don't
Well,
have to
actually,
tell you.
they just started last week. They opened restaurants for inside dining at 50% capacity on Wednesday. So
Yeah.
we went to a restaurant last night with some friends and had it seemed like such a treat to go to a restaurant and have a meal with other people and take our masks off, because in France, we're still wearing masks everywhere, even if you're vaccinated. You have to have your mask on whenever you're with any other people or in the public at all.
Cannot argue with that. All
Yeah.
right. I'm gonna give us 2 more minutes to see who else jumps in.
I have 9, I can see 9 people on my screen. Is everybody the same, or do I just have a small?
Well, sometimes if your settings are set to only show people who have their cameras on, that might be the only people you can see. Also, if you scroll your cursor over to the right-hand side middle, you might see an arrow that lets you go to a second screen, depending on what device you're on.
It looks
Oh,
like
well-
there's 24 people on and 17 have their cameras on.
Oh, so I should be seeing
Yeah.
more.
Right.
Look, what about you, Georgie? And how many people can you see?
Well, right now I'm seeing 5 only.
Ah, see, in Athens, it's very restricted.
Oh, but no, I'm scrolling down and I'm seeing more actually.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
It depends
I
on
don't
how big your screen is.
Well, it's my computer screen for a change, because the girls know
Oh.
that they have a big problem. with
18 people.
gallery view.
Well,
That's-
this is very exciting, talking to all you ladies. My goodness, I feel like I'm almost right there at Hood.
Well, next year, we hope you can be.
Let me
Plan
tell
on-
you, not one of us is at Hood right now. So-
What is the plan for next year?
Yeah.
So
Huge
we're going
party.
to, so it's June.
Oh,
Britton, can you verify the dates? 11, 12, 13, no, 10, 11, 12, I think.
10,
Of
11,
June.
12.
So
10, 11,
June-
12. Yep.
June 11th? No,
10,
through
11,
June 10th through 12th.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to have, a good 2.5 days, and pending attendance, might open some early bird fun on a Thursday night too. But it is to celebrate, class of 72 is our 50th honored class next year, but honestly, we want to honor 70 and 71 at the same time too, and everyone else. I mean, I'm class of 86. Katrina, Heidi, Liz, and I are from 86. Karen is from 86. So we're missing our 35th this year. So we're looking forward to
Right. Yeah.
having a makeup party for ourselves next year as well. And luckily, I know how to arrange that. I think I know what to do for that. So
Good.
This is
That's
Pam.
exciting.
I'm from
And so
Class of
you know what?
83.
I just realized not everybody knows who I am. I've gone the whole weekend without introducing myself.
Exactly.
My name is Kelly Greenwald. I'm class of 86, and I'm the Director of Alumni and Constituent Engagement. Up in my upper left-hand corner is Assistant Director Britton Muir. So she is my tech quiz kid, keeps me straight and everything. Nancy Galeese, she is the top of my Brady Bunch square here, Vice President of Institutional Advancement. I'm sure you all know Nance.
Mhm.
I'm trying to see. We have Mary. Aren't you the chair, Mary Berlin? You're one of the chairs, I think. Aren't you for 70, 71?
Yes, I am one for 71.
71. Yep. Hey, Beth, I don't have to put you in a breakout room. Hallelujah, right? All right. Valerie Sharp is here. She is our 2021 Distinguished Alumna Award recipient.
Congratulations.
All right. So here was my big idea for a Sunday morning when I've only had 1 cup of coffee. I just thought it would be fun to talk about the history of the strawberry breakfast.
Ah.
And Katrina and I had, Katrina, so we are a class of 86. We had sort of a side discussion. I was telling her how at the 2019 reunion, the Babb sisters told me to sit down at their table. Lauren, do you know this story?
No,
And
but
I said they had, like, I think this is a huge box of cereal. Theirs was twice as big, okay? And I said, what's with the big box of cornflakes? And Karen was like, sit down, we'll tell you all about it. And she talked me through the proper way to build it. And you only use vanilla ice cream, which I have,
Right.
if you were asking.
Yeah.
And I just had a great talk with them. So I was telling Katrina this the other night, and she said, I don't think I remember us having that much detail into how to assemble this. And I said, I know, that's why I was so surprised at that.
We
So-
have people here today to tell you about it.
I'm ready to learn, and I'm ready to eat my strawberries too. So if anybody can give some insight into how that tradition came about, I'd love to
Ah.
learn.
Well,
Who's going to be my talker?
Well, I don't know how it came about, but I was thinking about it. I know, Georgianne, you know, I was thinking about, you know, we had table girls in
Yes.
class of 70. So they would put on the table a bowl of cornflakes,
A bowl of ice
a
cream,
bowl of ice cream, and a bowl of strawberries.
and
Okay.
everybody would do their own thing.
Yeah, but I do think we started with the cornflakes,
well,
and then we
Yes.
put the ice
Oh,
cream,
definitely,
and
yes,
then the strawberries.
right.
But that's how I remember it.
Yeah, me too, Lauren.
So it's cornflakes first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, already I'm wrong because I had strawberries first.
No,
Oh,
no,
no,
it's
no.
cornflakes
The
first.
strawberries in the bottom of the bowl.
Strawberries
ice-
first.
Yes, no, the
Yeah, strawberries.
cornflakes.
Yeah, cornflakes.
Cornflakes first, and then the ice cream, and then the strawberries.
All right, I'm going to do it. Here we go.
I just kept wondering what happened with that. You know, we'd watch the ice cream just melt.
Right, right.
And
Seems
then you
inefficient.
realize it was, okay, you know, ice cream, milk, it's about the same thing, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
All
the
right,
same
so
thing.
cornflakes first,
Yes,
Right.
then
Ice cream,
ice cream.
ice cream. Okay.
just like if you were putting milk, you know, you put the ice cream, right?
All right.
Has to be vanilla.
It is, I promise it is. It's
So
vanilla.
we're from the class of 70.
Okay.
I'm from the class of 55 and I don't remember this at all.
Oh,
so
Really? Oh, interesting.
it started later then. Must have
Yeah.
started
I think
later.
so. I don't remember cornflakes and ice cream and
So when we
Right.
were-
I'm with you, Jackie. We never had cornflakes.
I'm from the class of 61 and we didn't have it either.
Ah,
Oh, okay. So it's
Interesting.
strawberry.
We had strawberry breakfast, but it was
yeah,
served.
we had strawberry breakfast, but we didn't have this.
No, it was
Strawberry
weird.
breakfast, we had vanilla ice cream and strawberries, but we never had the cornflakes in 71,
so I'm
75.
thinking the Babb sisters were the trendsetters, is what you're telling me, right?
no. Georgianne, you know how this came about.
So in 66, when we got there, they had started having one strawberry breakfast a year, which was sometime in strawberry season, springtime. And everybody loved it. And then they were already serving cornflakes, ice cream, and strawberries, but once a year. So in 70, which is the year we graduated, I was on the food committee. And everybody was saying, oh, we love this strawberry breakfast. We love strawberry breakfast. So we decided and put it to a vote, as Lauren knows, because she was looking into that too, that since everybody loves strawberry breakfast so much, we have to do it all the time. And in 1970, because everybody liked it, and because I said, we really should do this since everybody likes it so much, we started having the tradition of multiple and often strawberry breakfasts, and not just once a year. Now, I don't know
Right.
if they're back to once a year now, but afterwards, for quite some time, they would very often have strawberry breakfast, but not just once a year. What are you doing now? Once a year?
And I can remember that if you were up early and went to 7:30, the word of strawberry breakfast, because it was always a surprise, it was often a surprise, it would spread across the campus and everybody goes, it's strawberry breakfast, you've got to to be for the 8:30 service. And there were people who were at 7:30 and then showed up again at 8:30. If they didn't, they had their first class was at 9. But as soon as 7:30 came out and it was the surprise strawberry breakfast, it went like wildfire all over campus, and 8:30 was packed.
Patricia, what year did you graduate?
70.
70. Okay. So if you lived in Koblenz, you really could double dip, is what you're telling me.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
you could double dip no matter where you lived. I was in French House and people double dipped.
Wow. So
Didn't
was that
take
when the
much
French
to get
house
us
was
excited
the
back
alumni
then.
house?
What?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Joyce,
Uh-oh.
don't
Whoop.
share your screen.
Whoop.
Whoops, what? Have to figure out how to get out of it now.
Let me see if I can help you. Let me see.
Okay, I've lost everybody.
That's because
Oh.
you are sharing your.
Sorry.
There we go.
There you are. Oh, there's everybody.
I got you. I got you.
Thank
This
you.
weekend has been quite a learning experience for me with regards to what can you do on Zoom. So, hey, there's Martha's champagne.
Yeah,
Right,
it looks
and my
lovely.
strawberries. But I don't know where I am. Does anyone know how I get back on?
Well, the screen is facing your bottle of champagne, so you have to turn it around and we can see your knee. So
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, ladies. Okay, I have to try and find oh dear.
Hi, Judy.
oh, yeah, you flipped your screen around.
Yeah, but here it is. There we go.
There
Okay.
you go.
Thank you. Thank you for the tip. I may need it again.
Just keep drinking that champagne, Martha, and don't worry about it.
Well, it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon here, so we have an excuse, of course, to have already done some serious drinking today, especially since I have guests visiting. So we had a pretty long lunch with plenty of
According to
champagne.
Heidi and Katrina, it's always time for champagne.
That's true.
This is
that right?
very true.
Yep.
Mhm.
So when they lived in what was the home ec center? The
The March Center.
Mart Center. So they lived in the apartment in the new Mart Center. And I would visit from my lowly hovel in Shriner and go over there, and it would be like walking into, the salon. They'd have strawberries and champagne waiting all the time. It's very civilized.
Where is that? Where's the Mark Center?
So it is no longer there.
Oh.
It was built in, Katrina, were you all the first class to?
We were. It was built in I don't remember, Heidi. But
83.
was it 83? Okay, I was going to say
83.
83,
I
think so.
84.
It wasn't there when we were there.
No.
And it's not there any longer.
Okay.
It's now where the new
But did
residence hall is.
Do you still have a home ec major though? I mean, do you still have, or the people who were minoring in home ec? No?
No. Yes, it was a home ec thing, and it was, we were
Right.
supposed to be independent living, and
Yeah.
put all of our home ec skills to
I remember
to
that.
practice.
Right.
And it was pretty slick, let me tell you. I remember we were pretty lucky.
You were.
Sounds nice.
It was.
I think it was a smart house too. I mean, of the technology of the time. I think it was one of the.
I think you're right.
It had, I remember that it had the modular walls, so you could sort of create your own spaces. But I will say
handicap.
this- Go ahead.
It was a handicapped area too, that they could learn some skills with that.
Yes, that's right.
Mhm.
It was pretty neat, and it had air conditioning, if I remember.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
So that was a big deal.
place to be.
And I think we were only there for maybe a semester or half a semester. It wasn't a long time.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I think you're right.
Mhm.
But it was pretty neat. I do remember
And
that.
while home ec has been gone since the 90s, the mid 90s,
Okay.
nutrition is coming back as a graduate program. So starting in the fall, we will have a graduate program in nutrition with a track in dietetics and a track in food sustainability. And so it's a very up-to-date kind of program now.
That
Very
sounds
smart.
Funded by an
Wonderful.
alum.
Yeah.
Totally funded by Edie Howard Hogan from the class of 55. Jackie's
Ah.
classmate.
I know, Edie, very well.
How
Mhm.
many students are in undergrad and how many are in the graduate school?
Well, we're about to welcome one of the largest first-year classes in the history of the college, which is unbelievable coming out of the pandemic. But we have about 1,100 full-time undergraduate students.
Oh
And
my
we have
God.
About 1,000 to 1,100 graduate students, but they're mostly part-time.
I see. And how many
Wow.
live on campus of the,
We're expecting about almost 800 to live on campus in the fall. And we obviously decreased density this past year and we were hybrid, but we still had like between 500 and 600 on campus the entire year this past year.
wow.
So the
We
new
were-
residence hall houses 201 students.
The new one, the
The
new
new
one.
one. Mhm.
Wow.
Say it again.
Wow. We only had like 250 students in our whole,
In our
the whole
class.
campus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, ours
in our
too,
class,
83.
each class. So that meant about
We had
1,000.
about 800. We had about
800 all
Yeah.
together, yeah.
We're still small. I mean, we're still very, very small,
Yeah.
but very healthy. We've had an amazing year. So while we're on the residence hall, the new one is gorgeous, and that's where everybody can stay next year. It will be the host.
Oh, for the reunion, we get to
Yeah.
stay in the room.
Well,
You
I'm gonna say 95% yes, we can keep that promise. I just wanna, we have to, of course, work with the residential team. But that's my wish, and I will press very hard for that because it's very nice. And if you go, yesterday we posted a tour of the first floor of the new residence hall along with the Learning Commons. And you can see, I mean, from a event planning standpoint, it's a great party room. And I do see us all having quite a little party down in that room. So yeah, if we can secure some rooms, I would love to be able to do that.
That would be great.
When Martha and Georgianne and I came back for our 30th, was
I
that?
think.
I
Was
think
it that
it was
long ago?
30th or 35th. I don't know. I don't know. But we had the great idea, let's stay in Myron.
Right.
Because that was where Martha and I were, and Georgianne, your first.
Georgianne had started out there too, yeah.
Yeah, so we were on the first floor, and then of course the bathrooms were co-ed, so husbands were staying there too, and it was like,
Yeah.
oh my God. And the other thing was, I was so surprised at how small the toilet, everything felt really
Yeah,
small,
yes,
right?
yes.
Well-
I don't think I'd do that one again, but it was fun. It was fun.
I know Katrina and I stayed in Shriner. What was that, our 10th?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it was that.
And at the end of it, I know, and this was before they had air conditioning in Shriner, we were both like, okay, this will be the last time we're gonna do this.
Yeah, it was.
But wasn't it fun?
It was a ton of fun, but yeah, it brought back so many memories of holy smokes, it's really hot and humid.
And especially the ground floor, the basement was in Myron was called, I suppose the other was called the smoker, and everyone that smoked in the basement so that the smoke, rose up to the other floors.
Yeah.
It's very odd.
There's a group of us from 75 and we always stay in the dorm together. And when we were there, 6 years ago now, we asked about Myron to see if that was on a rehab list. Is there anything that's being done to Myron? Do you know?
Yeah, in fact, there's a whole plan for all of them. Now that we have the new residence hall, the Board of Trustees has said that we will take one offline every other year to renovate. The problem is you have to find someplace to put everyone. They can
Right.
do a full renovation. So the board has approved an ongoing renovation to get everyone back,
Oh,
to get
nice.
everyone modernized a bit. So some are full renovations, some are a little more modest, but they'll all be, air conditioned, plumbing, rooms. There's a whole plan to do all of them over the course of the next 10 years.
Do you know who's up first? What dorm's up first?
I don't remember fully, and I don't have it here, but I think the first one is Memorial.
Yes.
Yep.
I think
I
so.
thought that you
Really?
did Shriner, you did do some upgrading.
Do a lot of
in Shriner,
Shriners. Shriners in the best shape.
But that was maybe, I don't know, 15
Yeah.
years ago. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was probably.
And I thought Myron was in the worst shape.
But it is in much better shape than the others.
Yeah, Myron is,
Cosmetic
last
work.
time we saw Myron, it was looking pretty dowdy.
Yeah, really bad. I'm surprised that's not up first because it really is very, very worn. The bathroom on the 4th floor is the same one that we had when we graduated in 75. Nothing's changed. The
Right.
pipes are still wrapped with the same tape.
Can I
The only
ask,
thing, the only thing that has changed is in our day, what was the man's name? The
Oh.
custodian would
Yeah.
come, when you would come onto the floor, he would shout, "Man on the floor." And so then everyone that was in the bathroom or elsewhere knew not to run across the hall in their underwear or nothings. But
Still did that when we were there, Martha.
What was his name? God.
Snuffy. Snuffy? Was it
No,
Snuffy?
no.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the guy in our, but I don't remember him. I just remember he was so proud that he was like born and raised in Frederick County and had never left. Like he was so proud to
Loyal.
be very, and I just, and he was so amazed by all of us. And like, you know, we had Nita from India and all of this, and he, you know, there were all these like girls, crazy girls from all over the United States. And he was like, just, I'm from Frederick. And I thought that was terrific.
do they have a varied student body now?
Very much so. Very much so. It's, you know, the first time I came back on campus and I saw boys, why are boys here? And then I realized that with the addition of so many athletic programs, we really have become quite a little spot in the small college area there. And it's lovely. And I do love all the diversity programs.
And what is the student body now? Because I didn't hear before.
What's that?
The student body, how many?
Oh, how many, Nancy?
Approximately.
I'm sorry, I missed it. How many?
How many in the
many-
student?
How many men? How many men? Was that the question?
Oh, it's, we're about 60% women, 40% men.
Yeah, but what's the total number?
The total number of men or students, of total number about 1,100 students, so probably about 600 female, 500 men, something along those lines. Probably
Ah.
closer to 650 female.
1,100 now, and we had maybe 500.
No, we had 800.
We had 800, yeah. We had about 800.
Is Hood considered a D3 in athletics?
We are D3.
D3?
Mhm.
What's
No scholarships.
What's that?
But nearly 50% of our students are involved with athletics.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
Riding. We still have an equestrian team.
Wow.
Good.
I just remember we had to take body mechanics and modern dance, body
Right.
mechanics and modern dance. And we had to pass a swimming test. Remember, Georgia?
I didn't take the swimming test in freshman year because I was too afraid. By the time I got to graduation, they had eliminated it. So I was lucky that I skipped out on that swim. That was the drowning test.
Yes? Oh, I have to leave you because my guests are leaving. Lovely
Okay.
seeing you all
Bye,
and sharing.
Martha.
Thank you so
Martha, thank you so
much.
much.
To see you all in person soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Did she leave the champagne?
I don't know.
Just told her to leave that bottle behind with her. I love hearing these stories. Definitely each generation has their own very strong memories. Well, we've got class of 71. Who is this? Catherine. Do you want to tell your story, Catherine? Unmute yourself.
I don't see her.
There she is. There she is.
There she is. Catherine McClure. Yeah.
Yep. Catherine, unmute yourself and tell your story. Oh, she says no. Okay. So there she is.
I didn't realize I was muted. So I live in Vermont in the middle of 2 Christmas tree farms. And in Vermont, the strawberries have just come out this week, just in time. So we have our first strawberries this week. And I have to say, I haven't eaten cornflakes for years and years, probably since I left, well, for 20 years, because they stick to your teeth. And, so I substituted Red Mill muesli Then I put some plain low-fat yogurt, some strawberries, a little milk, and Cabot whipped cream made right here in Vermont, and more strawberries. I forgot to buy the vanilla ice cream, and I can't believe it. I can't believe I forgot it. But
It sounds yummy with the yogurt for sure.
Like a parfait.
yes, a parfait.
Catherine, Hood's president, Andrea Chapdelaine, has a place in Vermont along Lake Champlain, and she's going to be there most of the month of July. So
Oh, really?
maybe you can have her for breakfast.
I wouldn't have her for breakfast, but we could have breakfast together.
Were you an English major?
Yeah, I don't know. I live in Bennington. Burlington is actually 3 hours one way from us. So the Lake Champlain's at the top of the western part of the state, and I'm in the bottom western part. And I'm not sure, but it would be great. Would I go through you, Greenwald?
Yes. You
Okay.
could go through me, you could go through Nancy. We can definitely put
okay.
it together. In fact, knowing Britain, she's writing a note right now that says to put you and Andrea together. See, seamless. It's
I don't
seamless.
see Elaine Hubert here, but she was in our class. She's been on a lot of the Zooms this weekend, and she lives in Burlington.
Oh, so maybe you all could get together with me.
Betsy Ziegler, just north of Montpelier and Plainfield. So they're a number.
And Paulette, her current name is Watson, lives in Woodstock.
Oh, okay.
This is the class of 70.
We've covered the state pretty well.
There's a comment from Valerie that in 76, there were only 60 graduates. Was that when the women's
whole
college
map?
dipped and there weren't that many women interested in women's colleges then?
In what year?
76.
Maybe it was just in that program.
And that was the time when a lot of the Ivies and other schools were first admitting women.
Oh,
You know,
right, right. So we had more competition then.
That was
Right.
when the Naval Academy first.
In the early 70s.
Mhm.
That was when the Naval Academy first admitted a woman.
The early
Can you hear
70s.
me?
Right.
Uh-huh.
That was when the Naval Academy first admitted a woman for that class, for their class at the end of the 70s.
Yeah.
So things were changing by then.
Yeah.
I wanted to say Patty, who was in swimming, I laughed earlier because I have 3 beach lifeguards. My children are 3 beach lifeguards. They just went out to work today on the Long Island beaches. And I was laughing because if you ever need swimming lessons, hey, we'll help you out.
All right, well, who else is? I'm trying to look at my left. Oh, Beth, are you Beth Shepherd Klein? That was a question.
Yes, I am.
You are. Who asked that question? That was.
I asked it, but she just had to leave.
Oh, poo. She's down in Florida, so maybe she's hitting the beach as well.
She said she was going to church.
If we could have something like this with our individual classes also, so we could see each other and visit with each other sometime.
So after the alumni awards on Friday night, we did have breakout rooms for the different classes.
Yeah, but as Martha and I said, that was at 2:00 in the morning.
Too late, I know. Yeah. So having said that, we're gonna get our own little Shriner Hall group together. And Georgianne, I'd be happy to help you set up something with your class down the road, and we can certainly work it around whatever time frame you are on.
Well, this is perfect, 10:00 for you. And when Lauren and Martha and I get together to talk, we've managed to Zoom together and keep up with our news and do everything. Zoom's been wonderful for us in that respect, because before we were using FaceTime or WhatsApp or Skype or something like that. But this way we could, if it's a relatively normal time there, like 10, 11, 6 o'clock in the afternoon here. So it's something that's feasible.
I have two questions. Is it possible to get an updated class list with people's names and phone number, email addresses and phone numbers? Is that possible?
Absolutely.
Okay, and my second question, is there anyone on this call from the greater Boston area or Cape Cod?
I'm in Manchester, Mass.
You're in Manchester,
Yep,
okay.
so I'm on the North Shore.
Yep. I'm hoping to do a gathering someplace in the fall, maybe October, so.
Absolutely.
I
And
know
there's-
Britain's gonna help me get that list together, so.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Are there any others than Joyce? Who's here from class of 61? I wish we could write down after our name what our class is. I see it on you, Beth.
Yeah.
Well,
Who else is?
you can definitely change your title in your,
I didn't know how to do. I don't know how to do that. All right, you don't need it.
who are you looking for? Class of
Oh,
what?
61.
All right.
Joyce is here. Joyce, are you
here.
there?
I'm here.
There you go.
And I'd love an updated list too. Who do I ask for that? I call the office?
You can call or you can email us. I'll put the,
Wait, I think we got it. Can't we just make a note of it now and do it?
absolutely,
Yes,
but I'm gonna put
indeed.
the,
I got
I'll
it
put the
covered.
email in the chat. That way, if anybody has any questions afterwards too, you can send us an email. But knowing Britain, she's taking notes up there.
Yes, indeed. I got you covered.
Yep. Yeah, we're happy to give you lists so you can stay in touch.
In terms of-
Georgianne, I wanted to ask you, we have another alum who's living in Greece, Nina Apostolitis.
Greece.
Who?
In Greece.
Do you live in Greece, Georgianne?
Yes, I live in Athens.
So we have another alum,
Awesome.
her name is Nina Apostolitis, and she's a chocolatier.
Yeah. Where does she live?
We will find out. We featured her I believe 3 magazines ago.
I have not been getting my magazines.
You have not? All right, so we need to double check your address as well. then.
Kelly, how do you spell her last name? I'll look it up right now.
And I'm gonna put it pasta. I have to sound it out, you know.
I have moved in the last 35 years.
Try that one. I have to sound it out.
You know, the United States mail has had its problems with COVID.
This
A
is
lot of people are sick. A lot of mail doesn't come through. So, you know.
And they're not
that's
delivering.
another thank you, COVID.
Yeah, they're not delivering stuff that's not first class mail a lot of the time. So magazines and flyers and stuff like that don't get delivered.
I was missing something too, but I know that you have my address. So I just imagine it's a fault of the COVID with the United States mail. It happens.
Yes. Are there any other international students that, aside from Nina, that you've mentioned in Europe now? There used to be kind of a way that they would communicate with us and tell us who was here, but that doesn't happen anymore. Where'd she go? She's gone. Brittany, would you know?
There she is.
When you're on mute, that's when Nancy says you have to give $20 to the annual fund. We need to get you a big jar for your desk, Nancy.
I have the mug, but I'm not at my desk, so that's.
I think we should give 2020.
I love that. I agree.
It was a tough year.
So I'm looking up at the magazine right now to find information about Nina.
You know, what we're trying to do too is get back to having some type of easy to use alumni directory. We used to have one that you could do on your phone called Evertrue. We used it, but alums didn't use it as much. So we're looking to get another type of software that will be easy so you can find alums as easily as we can.
Yes. And
That's
all
going to be wonderful.
not just to find them by class, but also or year, but where they're located.
It would be all of that. You could do it by geography, you could do it by name, you could do it by birth name, married name, you could do it by year, but we need, in our next business, we need to create this app because we're not finding a good one right now.
No. We are investigating, we are looking, because we do miss it, and it is a very, you're not the only ones that want to know who's near you. Who do you want to meet and see? Yep.
I just got a message on the chat room from a Deborah Cohn. Are you on here today? Because she was my roommate freshman year, and we had a room in Shriner that had its own bathroom, the only one in the whole Shriner. Are you there, Deborah? No?
Hi, I am here.
Right there. I don't.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
let
were
me
my
see.
you were my little sister, and Sonia
Yes.
Scotto was our big sister.
Yes.
Nice.
Can you put your video on so we can see you?
Right, I'm not seeing you.
I'm wondering while they're chatting, could I get an 81 email list, Nancy? You know what it's for.
Patty, what was that?
While they're chatting, could I get an 81 email list sent to me? You know what it's for.
I'm sure Britton is in charge of class news. So Britton is your contact for all of that.
I think you gave me Muir at Hood.
Information yesterday.
Okay,
Yeah.
hi.
Hello, and I have a note too, so I will definitely send you a class list.
I'll shoot you an email after this breakfast.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay, the deadline is Tuesday.
There's
Yes.
Deborah.
I think we need a little depth on it. Branch out.
Judy,
Okay.
A few people. Okay. I can't promise 81, but I think there'll be more than 12.
Sounds great.
Good, good.
I just came on. Debbie Roseman Cohen from 61.
There she is. Hello.
Hi.
So nice
Hi
to
to
see
my
you.
former roommate and little sister.
We're the
I'm
only
here I'm at the Jersey Shore right now in a town called Ship Bottom, enjoying the weekend.
How nice.
Very nice.
Good to see you.
Debbie.
Are you still living in the
Okay.
Philadelphia area?
Yes, we live in Moorestown, which is like right outside next
Yeah.
to Cherry Hill.
Uh-huh.
And we just celebrated our 50th wedding anniversary. And I have a daughter who lives in Hawaii, and the whole family is going there in August. We haven't seen her in a year and a half.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Debbie, where is I'm from the Jersey Shore.
Oh.
Where is the place where you're at? Is South Jersey?
Yes, we're on Long Beach Island.
Oh, okay. Thank
Oh
you.
my goodness, I have a friend.
Very rough waters there.
I have a friend who was.
Very rough
Okay.
waters.
Does the name Stan or Lynn Berman mean anything to you? Is it a big island?
Well, it's long, it's 18 miles, but there are a lot of little communities on
Okay.
it. I'm in one called Ship Bottom.
Ship Bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Deborah, we met when you visited when you came to the hoodie event at
Yes.
the Acorn Club.
Yes.
I remember seeing you. I guess that was probably 2 or 3 years ago now.
Yes, I looking at you, I thought, I know, I've met her.
Yeah, Kelly was there as well. Mhm.
Yes, it was at that reunion.
I knew you. Mhm.
Which one? I was sorry, I was reading the chat. Which event, Debbie?
The Acorn Club in
It was-
Philadelphia. Deborah.
Oh, that's right.
What event?
Mhm.
In Philadelphia, we were at the Acorn Club, and it was hosted by
Oh.
oh my
Westlock.
God, Kath Westlock. Yeah,
Mhm.
that was a lovely event. We had a
Good
good
to
time.
see you
there.
again.
Yes, every time I drive down Locust Street and I pass it, I think of that.
Oh,
Okay, we'll be back. We'll come back. Although she's now living in the Seattle area. So we're gonna have to find a new hostess.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
From the Jersey Shore to Seattle. How does one go from the Jersey Shore to Seattle?
Well, she didn't live in Philadelphia. And so she has a new job in this area. She's in tech.
Yeah, Debbie, do you keep in touch with anyone else from our class?
I really don't. I should, but I don't. How about you?
Not really. I keep in touch with Margot Friedman, who's from the class of 62. She was
I know her. She's in Cambridge, Mass, isn't she?
She's in Wellesley, Massachusetts. Yeah, and she came to Pittsburgh for my 70th birthday party, and we keep in touch all the time. But other than Judy Friedman, who's on here, calling me to tell me to get on this chat for Friday night and today, I haven't been in touch with anybody else.
Well, I don't
Joyce,
know
did
if
you-
you remember,
Joyce-
Joyce, but years and years ago, my husband called on your father in the jewelry business.
Oh, okay.
He and my son are in the diamond business.
Oh my goodness. I don't remember that. But
That's the last name, Diamond Stone.
yeah, isn't that nice? And my father-in-law's first name was Jules, Jules.
Ah, there you go.
Joyce, did you say you were in Pittsburgh?
Yes.
I'm in Pittsburgh.
Oh, I live in Green Tree.
Oh, I live near Regent Square.
Okay. Very good. What class are you from?
70.
Oh,
You're a little bit further out. I mean, I'm, more downtown. So, yeah.
So should we plan a Pittsburgh get together? Is that what you're telling us?
Oh, no, there's only 2 of us.
You're right. You should travel to us. You're right.
We have a few more in Pittsburgh, more than 2, but not that many.
Give me
Is
Nina.
there an account for how many came to any of the group meetings from the class of 61?
We'll be able to find that out on Monday. Britton and I plan on a big old
Oh,
debrief
good.
day on Monday where we're gonna play with the numbers and look at all the groovy stats of who showed up from where. So yeah, we're at, believe it or not, we love looking at the breakdowns. It's kind of fun for us. So
Judy, where are you now?
I'm in both Florida for most of the year and New York City for a brief amount. So if you ever come to New York City or Florida, I would love to hear from you. I have to say that attending a reunion on Zoom is very much more convenient than traveling to as much as I'd love to travel. But even when it wasn't a pandemic, oh, how nice it would be to be able to have in person and Zoom.
Yes. I agree.
Where are
with
you in Florida?
Boca Raton, anybody there?
New York City. I'm
New York,
near you.
oh, New York City, 53rd, I'm there.
Okay, I go in all the time, like
Okay.
3 or 4 times a month.
What class are you?
81.
Oh, you're so much younger. I don't know anybody that young.
But we have good ties.
Okay.
We have
I'd
good
love,
ties.
I'd
They
love to.
just get a number and it doesn't matter.
I know, but when we were in school, we weren't friendly with somebody that was 6 years, let alone 20.
Okay, what restaurants can we go to on
Good.
53rd Street?
Well, there's Jubilee. I don't know, I haven't been back in 2 years, but the French and the Italian ones are there and the Greek. So you just pick one of the 3.
Let's go French.
Okay.
They'll
Dos
have
amis-
chocolate.
Okay, they're 2 really good ones. Dos
We'll
amis
find
and souffle.
strawberries. And we'll put chocolate on the strawberries.
Okay.
Have a
I love
blast.
it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, I'll try and get in touch with you and get a number off of I guess would I call into the school to get your number? I'll
give
put mine
you
on
the number if you wish.
I'm going to put mine on the chat right now to you, Pat, okay?
Okay, I'm
Judy,
gonna
I'd be
Yes.
glad to come
something
in
to write
too.
down.
Yeah, Debbie, I'm gonna put it on the chat right now, my number,
Where's my
because
hood pen when I needed it, Nancy?
I'm gonna put it, what do I do, to everyone, anyone who comes to New York,
And
okay.
if I'm
I'm
correct,
Judy.
Carol is also in New York City.
Well, Catherine, who runs the mail is there, who runs our directory that tells us who's doing what, is there. Catherine.
Wopey, Catherine Wopey.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes.
917.
All
We
right, I
could
just
have a
put
mini
the
reunion.
alumni office number in the chat as well. So you are more than welcome to call us and we'll find anybody you want to find. If we know where they
Okay.
are, we'll let you know. Yep.
Where is her number?
Right now, I put it on right now.
There
Did
it
it go
is.
through?
Yes, it's at the bottom of the screen.
Yes,
I see
Judy,
it.
yes. Yeah, I'm only there from like June to, well, this is new because I didn't go
COVID.
back. But I do miss New York. The energy is so intense in New York. And I was
It
much
is.
more of a suburban Frederick thinking. But let me tell you,
I
it
love
really
the
wakes,
Catoctin Mountain.
I love it. It
Wonderful.
wakes you up.
Yes, it does. It does. It's quite an energy in New York. But you know, every once in a while you have to decompress and get on to something beautiful like the Catoctin Mountains, or I
High
grew
Line.
up in the suburbs of New Jersey.
Or just High Line, just go over to High Line.
Oh, that's nice up there in Connecticut.
No, the High Line in New York City.
Oh, you know, my husband was talking about that
It's
the other
so
day,
good.
right? He's enjoyed that. He's in the city much more often than I am.
I wondered if anybody remembers, there was a class, I think it was Jim, in which she taught us how to lie down, close our eyes, and start to, I don't know if it was a form of yoga or meditation, but it's the best. Now it's almost how many years? So many years later, 60, that you close your eyes and you close and tense up each muscle of your body. Do you remember that class? Some of us fell asleep. Nobody remembers that. Debbie.
I'm just writing. I went to get a pen.
Okay.
I'm writing the number down.
Nobody
Go ahead.
remembers taking a class in which you lie down on the floor, you closed your eyes, and then you went from each part of your body by making it tense and relaxing it.
I've done that, but not at
I
Hood.
think that
And
was
it's
part of
wonderful.
body mechanics.
I think so
Body
too, Lauren.
mechanics.
I think it was
Really?
body
Yeah.
mechanics, yeah. I just remember them teaching us how to get in and out of a car.
And not have your legs be indiscreetly opposed.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Knees together.
I think I vaguely remember that also.
We learned a lot of proper things.
Oh,
We
yeah.
did.
We used to have to dress up in heels and dress clothes for Sunday noon dinner and different other events.
Propriety, right?
Yeah.
And I have to say, it did us well through all the future years. It's gone out the window. It'll never come back, I'm afraid. Even the crown, even the crown.
Do you remember we couldn't wear pants off campus?
Oh, no, we didn't. But we had Bermuda shorts with our hood blazers, matching Bermuda shorts with our hood blazers. Do you remember that?
Yes, but remember Bermuda shorts had to come just to above the knee.
Right. And they were.
And I remember one time, this was, I think I was a junior or sophomore, and my friend and I read that it really made your hair great if you rinsed it with beer.
I remember that.
Yes,
the whole
yes.
thing with the honor code, were we breaking the honor code if we brought the beer in just to rinse our hair and not drink it?
And at that time, the drinking age was 18.
Yes, and
Yes.
voting was 21.
Do they still have unproctored exams at Hood?
No, not like we used to do, like the self-scheduled when you could just go whatever day of the week
Right.
and pick up your exam and take it.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, no, they're scheduled now. And a lot of that was logistics. It was hard and
No, but are they proctored? In other words, is there someone in the room or
the professor is still in the room. I think
Okay.
so. Mhm.
do you still sign the honor code to
Yeah,
everyone?
you just still sign the honor pledge. Mhm.
Wasn't there somebody within the last 10 years who did a research project on self-scheduled exams and scheduled exams? And the result of that Hood students' research was that the scheduled exams were much more beneficial to students between the ages of 18 and 22 because they needed more structure at this time. Wasn't there some, somebody was telling me about it. Who
I'm
ran
not familiar with
circles.
it, but that could be. I don't know.
You never know. It's all interesting.
Mhm.
Can I ask a question?
Sure, go
I was
ahead.
wondering, how did everybody find Hood? If you could quickly share that with me in like 2 or 3 sentences. I don't know if that topic was covered. Would
I can
anybody mind
say-
sharing?
I
I'll
can say
share.
that
Yes,
when
yes,
I
me
was in high school, I don't know why, but I just decided I wanted to go to a small girls' school. And my counselor helped me find about 3, I think Skidmore, Wells College in Aurora, New York, and Hood. And I visited each one and I fell in love with Hood. And that's how I got here.
And what high school were you in, please, if you don't mind?
Cheltenham High School outside of Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
I was in a private school. Oh, I'll let you go, Catherine, then I'll
Okay,
go.
yeah, no, that's okay. I was just gonna say, so even though I lived in Maryland in like elementary sort of middle school years, I was up in Massachusetts and no one had heard of Hood. In fact, up here, Hood Dairy is a big dairy company and everyone was like, you're going to be dairy school? But going backwards, how I was very systematic and so didn't know about Hood. But I knew I ironically wanted to leave New England. I didn't want to be with all my high school classmates. So I just literally do a geographic circle around like how far I thought realistically I wanted to be able to get home in a day by car if I had to. I thought to be practical. So I drew a big circle on a map, on a physical map, and started looking. But I wanted liberal arts. I wanted smaller and not without the internet, things just started bubbling up and Hood kept coming up. So I actually applied and was accepted and I never visited. So I arrived sight unseen and never had any regrets.
Aren't you missing a key piece of this?
Yes.
story?
And then also my friend Kelly, who we've known each other since 5th grade, was also on the hunt for schools. And then she came up and was like, well, I'm going to go to Hood. And it was just this amazing, kind of coordinated, stars aligned.
Yep.
And we were reunited.
And that was class of, that's a wonderful story.
We're
86.
86.
You were in 86, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up north of Boston, my story's very, very similar to hers. The Hood Milk Company.
Yeah.
Everyone looked at you like, where are you going? You're gonna learn how to milk cows. I got into 2 schools and someone that I was never in competition with her, but she was always in competition with me. Turns out she applied to the same 2 that I got into. So I chose Hood. First of all, it was further away, which I wanted to really leave the Boston area. I chose Hood over the other one because I just wanted to go and be me and not
Exactly.
have any competition from high school.
Yeah, exactly. It was
And
important.
also it was strong in the education department, which is what I went into. And I have to say, I can't tell you how much I appreciate the education I got at Hood. I entered a master's program at Lesley in Boston in reading. And I had courses there that were not as in-depth as my undergraduate courses were at Hood.
Oh.
So it was a great choice for me.
I agree. Same thing. I feel like I got a real high-end education, and that surpassed so many of my high school classmates when I went to reunions and reviewed what they did
Correct.
and all of
Yep.
that. It was an amazing gift.
Can I jump in and ask our lone male here, David, tell us how you came to Hood.
Where is David?
He's down here. He's on mute. He's probably on daddy duty too. We met his baby last night.
Oh, David, yes.
All right, we'll wait
That
for
was a very
him.
nice class.
We'll wait for him. I want to be really sensitive of everybody's time. I know Sunday mornings you pack a lot into it. But I loved hearing all of your stories, and it just shows how much we are still connected to the college and the love we have and the fondness we have. And here's the best part. If we were to meet on the street and we were to say, we're Hood girls, I don't care if you're 20 years old or younger, 5 years, it doesn't matter. We're the family. Well, David, sorry, you're a Hood boy.
We're Hood guys. So we have David too. Okay.
That's right. He's my Hood guy. He did say he's on daddy duty. So I'm going to say it again. If you, we're happy to get you your classmates list. You can email us. You can call us. You can call or email Nancy. You can email me. You can email Britton. And we are definitely happy to help you stay connected with your friends. And I did take note. I don't know who said it, that you liked the idea of having in-person and Zoom as part of a reunion.
Yes, that was me.
That was you, Judy. Okay, so we
I
can
second
definitely
that.
put that, Patty too. We can definitely keep that on the list and maybe work in. We'll work with our tech guys here on campus and figure out a way to maybe do some live streaming for events and definitely keep you all in the loop that can't be physically on campus next year.
That would be awesome.
All right, we'll put it on our to-do list.
I was not able to go on the tour because I don't have Facebook, or I went on Instagram and I couldn't do it. How did you get the tour?
So it is pre-recorded, and I'm going to ask Britton, can you see if you can email Judith the link to the
Thank you.
tour? We'll figure
Is
it
this-
out, Judith. Just be patient. We're working with
Okay.
laptops.
Great.
Like to have it too.
YouTube, maybe it's on YouTube. I can Google YouTube.
So,
I don't know if you can hear me, but this is Carol Gorshoff, Paul, and I would love to have that. And hello to everybody.
Carol,
how about this?
I remember you.
Can I
It was
interrupt
nice.
real quick?
Yes.
On Monday, we'll put together an email that has all the relative links. So tomorrow, when we get back in the office, we'll send out an email again so that everybody can access those links. Does that sound
That
good?
would be great.
Wonderful.
Because otherwise,
That's
Britton
great.
will be sending emails all day long, and she needs to take her dog out. I know that Lucy needs attention, so we'll do that tomorrow. So we'll put that out to you.
Thank you.
All righty.
I have
Thank
to
you
go.
so much,
Thank you
everybody,
very
for
much.
joining in and telling your stories. It has been delightful. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, everyone, and thank you so much.
Thank you for
Summer.
doing this.
Bye.
Doing
You're
this.
welcome.
Bye.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you.
Bye.